How old are they now, Blossom?
They're 11 and 14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a handful.
Yeah.
But it's also a joyful, such as life. Welcome to yoga this morning, winter season, morning practice. Come and sit, tuck yourself in. Inviting, creating peace in your body. So with every choice you make during this practice, please make it one that supports how you're going to feel going forward. Causing no harm to your body or to your heart by forcing anything. Yoga is the settling the mind into stillness. One of the ways we can do that is by lengthening our exhales. Focus on that tool today. In order to have a long exhale, the inhalation will deepen as well. Breathe through your nose with some gentle sound. Focusing on sitting in a soft and relaxed way in your body. Making a little bit of effort with your breathing. Sitting up tall, rest your shoulders on your rib cage, making that imprint through the practice, whether your arms are up, down, internal, external. Shoulders are a place for your arms to rest on the ribs. And that makes a calming response happen in your nervous system. One more time, deeply breathe. Exhale inward and downward. Uddiyana Bandha, creating the uplift, gentle tone in your lowest belly, in the front of your pelvis, way down low. Then from that groundedness, reach up your arms, spread your fingers. Inhale. Hands together down the center line to your heart, lifting there by hooking your thumbs into your chest, physically lifting that skin upward a little bit to settle your shoulder blades. Bring down your chin. Breathe into each shape, each moment. Openness for intention if that's something that you like to add. Always placing an attitude of compassion at the beginning of practice. Inhale, lift your chin. That long exhale will be all part of what's so magic about it. Reaching up, breathe in. Exhale, squeeze and pull down. Breath of fire, a few slow ones. The reach is soft, just spreading. And then there's a strong pull onward on the exhales. Okay, up to 10 times, you can pump your breath or just breathe steadily. Ground into your legs and feet, low belly. One more time, make it a slow one. Stretch, reach, breathe in, movement with breath. Exhale slowly, squeeze, pull, draw down. Awakening your heart center and release. Heart lift pose, pop out your feet to the ground. Some intentional grounding of them as you bring your fingers forward and your hands back, so that you may gently lift up your chest and your front shoulders can open. What to do with your head, this 15-pound bowling ball at the end of your spine. Keep your chin tucked if that's more comfortable. A neutral long neck is good. Going back, if you tolerate that, always gazing downward towards your nose. This is an extension of the spine. It is energizing, pranic. You feel a little bit adrenal. One more time. So not overdoing, but welcoming some of that energy. Please go the other way to forward fold. So butterfly pose, bring your heels together, knees to the sides. You can always support your knees if you would like to. That brings you peace. Your own shape in this position in a forward fold that brings a little sensation across your seat and your lower back. Settle yourself as much as you can into that forward shape. We'll stay 10 breaths. Keep going back to the sutra about lengthening the exhales. Let's use that as a meditation today whenever your mind wants to wander. Be so patient with yourself with that. It's a big ask. Exhaling for 5. So if you have a really active mind, try counting 5 more breaths. Keep settling into the shape. And 5, complete your exhalation. And release, coming up with some slowness. Hold your legs back together for a seated twist, and then we'll move on from here. Tall and relaxed. Reach out, breathe in. To the left side, turn your belly and bring down your arms. Find your rotation that feels good. Here we can release tension along our spinal column. One more breath is 5. Exhale until you feel complete. Inhale, unwind, reach up. To the other side, start the rotation with your arms out to use your core strength. Bring down your arms and they support the shape, they ground it. For 1. A little side with the eyes, Parsa Drishti. Not straining the breath, the gaze, the body, but exploring the range of motion. So there is work happening. Breathing out one more time. Slowly untwist. Please come to your hands and knees. If you want to start on your knees for a moment to do a little preparation with the hands and wrists, a little movement, warmth, readiness. Spinning outward, shoulders spin outward as well. Bring down your hands. There are all these arches in the hands, just like in the feet. Try to press the heel of your hand in that circle of the palm. Fingers stand outward. This all matters because it's all connected. Knees under hips comfortably. Look back around the tops of your feet. Find the uplift in your low belly. Look back at your right pinky toe. Side flexion of the spine. 5 breaths. This is a little bit of plank work, a little bit of core aware. Just the right amount of side bend. One more time. Breathing out. Your own inhale and slowness to center. Over to look back at your other pinky toe or in its direction. We're shortening one side of the torso and lengthening the other. So hip and shoulder stretching away from each other on the right. Bringing it all together, one more breath. And slowly come back to center, back to puppy pose, tucking toes, hips back towards the heels. Stop when you need to stop. You can reset your toes once we come into the pose. Head down, move your hands if you need to, keep your elbows lifted. And the action here is grounding the hands and the head, reaching your tail towards your heels, long spine. One more time. Breathe out. Striking cobra practice. From here, this is the pullback. An inhale is coming forward. Untuck your toes, stretch your belly, straighten your arms. Explore stretching your front body. Just spread them out in your pelvis and low back. And then go back, tuck your toes, long spine, back. 4 more times. Exploring upward dog, you can come off your knees or stay on your knees. Mindful of shoulders and low back, and puppy pose, pull back. Flowing with slow breaths. Roll your shoulders back in the up dog. Shoulders broad in the puppy. Flowing from one thing to the other. One more time. Good body stretch. Back body stretch. And coming to neutral. Tiger pose, reaching your right leg straight back. It doesn't have to be high. Point your toes, lengthen your spine. Face forward, inhale. Exhale, elbows, knee, and nose towards the middle, towards your chest. Press the arms straight, inhale, extend. Exhale, curl, pull to center. 3 more. Move with breath. 1 more time. Other side. Pick up and reset your hands. Lengthen, inhales, curl, exhales. Last one, tiger pose. Tiger pose has a kriya, a heat generating flow to it. And release to a close together with the knees child's pose. Drape your arms beside your legs, bring your head down, forehead towards your knees. Determined breathing. Curious about the energy of your body. This electric, pranic energy body. Tangible. Breathing out 1 more time. Looking at rabbit pose, from tiger to rabbit, from your knees come up and lightly place the top of your head on the floor. This is a very safe little tiny headstand. Use your hands, use your knees, lightly touch your head. Like you're doing a little tripod headstand, very supportive. Sasandasana, rabbit pose, 1 more time. And then hips back to the heels, becomes child's pose. Breathe out. Coming out to forearm plank position. Create your triangle with your hands and your elbows. Step your legs back or just your knees back is fine. Work from your knees if you're just getting started. One way to ease this is to have your hips a little bit higher than straight. Okay, that's a lot of talking. Let's call this third breath. Firm legs, Pull the elbows and toes towards each other. 4, press your arms into the earth, strong. 1 more time, full body. Release slowly to your belly. Let your toes release and reach back through each leg. Lift and lower each leg as you come on down with your arms overhead. Long neck, grounded. Right arm, left leg, lift for 5 breaths. Reach them away from each other. Downward facing. One more time. Exhale, lower each limb, and then the other ones pick up. Calm breathing, steadiness. Welcoming strength with an open heart. 1 more breath, long neck, and come down. Hands by your chest, elbows hugging in, hands spin outward here. Cobra, zip together your legs. Gaze down your nose. There's activity around the sacrum and the low back here. This strengthens the back body. Try to add a little front body strength too. I find that takes a lot of concentration in this one. And release, cobra. Ready to come up off your belly. So this position is a little determination, downward and forward pressing in the hands, elbows hug in. Peel yourself up to your knees. Make your way to downward facing dog. Spin out your hands, tuck your toes, lift up, step in, heels reach, maybe moving your legs and hips in this first one. Free movement. Come to a place of stillness and breathe twice more. Exhale, weight back into your legs. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose. Just stay where you are, doesn't have to be perfect proportions. 2, 3, 4, use your whole body. And 5. Then stepping forward, right foot, right foot. Come to your feet and stand up. Reach up, breathe in. Breathe out, bring down your arms. Mountain pose. Assemble yourself in a relaxed and aligned way. And feel the potential for peaceful energy to flow through you when you are standing with this openness, this groundedness, balance. Breath and body aware. 1 more breath. Tadasana. Standing side bend. Hug your right arm and hand into your side. And slip your left arm up along your ear and come over. So you send your hips to the side to your own degree. Feel that connection along the whole side of your body. Steady downward gaze. 2, 3, just the right amount, your body, this shape. 4, 5, core aware, navel towards the spine here. Moving from that to protect as you strengthen your low back coming out of those side bends. Other side, hug that arm. This is grounding the side bend, other arm up, shoulder off the ear. Turn to find the gaze comfortably off your nose down towards the floor. And then feel this shape. Try not to be averse or attached. Make compassionate choices and then know that they are impermanent ones. Breathe out. Core. Just try to tone in your belly a little bit. Come up And release. Classical sun salutation from the top third of your mat. So it's always out there somewhere. Cross those fingers wide. Inhale straight up. Exhale a little back. Pelvis goes forward, lean back a little bit, use down your nose. Pelvis back underneath, forward fold. Go slowly. Step your right leg back to Anjaneyasana. Just breathe freely as you come into your low lunge. Set your shoulders. Bring your knee towards your toes. Stack your hands and stay there. Optional to bring your arms up alongside your ears. Keep the hands stuck together. What could be softened here? We want to work deeply and vigorously, but also balance that with ease. And release, bring the leg back. Knees, chest, and chin. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, one breath. Right foot forward to the low lunge on the second side. Stack hands, guide the knee towards the toes on this side. Easeful shoulders and neck. Stick your hands together and bring them up. You can weave through the fingers to create that connection with the hands. Determine grounding both legs. Just the right amount of work there in the low back and the hips. One more time. Breathe out. And then release. Come to forward fold. Let an exhale come. Inhale to stand, crossing thumbs on the way up. Exhale gently back. And inhale. Exhale. Other leg first. Cross the thumbs the other way. Inhale up. Back can just be a little bit of hips forward. Hips back underneath, forward fold. Exhale. Left leg back first. Rise up, pull the elbows back this time. Balance, challenging. Concentration, breathe out. Release these actions, knees, chest, and chin. You can either slide out to your belly, or I'm finding this less awkward myself, is just to dip and reach down those things, and then to press the arms and come to an up dog from the knees. Make your way back to downward dog and just breathe one time in this variation. Then the left foot forward for the second side. Rise up to the low lunge again. Elbows pull back, gaze down. Focus on both feet. One more time, breathe out. Release, breathe freely. Exhaling into forward fold once you get there. Try the less common cross of the thumbs as you rise. Inhale, go back gently, exhale, and return to center. Pause. Stepping back to the ball of your left foot. There's a one leg balance here as we lift up to step back. Work with yourself, go back incrementally, go to warrior A to start and then pivot. All right, make your way there. This is important where we can see our big toe, knee is over the ankle. Or behind it is okay too, but not further. All right, finding center. Bend your back knee towards the ground and straighten. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring down your back heel, warrior A. Spin your rib cage forward. Ground your pelvis right down the center. That's how we create a long spine here, is that pelvis is downward and we reach upward, creating length. Virabhadasana. Foundation, refined. Bring it all together. One more time. Exhale, bring down your arms, straighten your front leg. Warrior C. So head forward. Let's see, we've got to transition to a straight front leg. Bring in your back leg. That's a big stance. That'll help shift to the front leg. I'm leading forward with my head. Maybe lift your toes off the floor, arms wherever they're supportive for 1, 2, one more time. A little bit fierce, determination. Come on down and let that be. Feel the energy. To the other side, stepping back, Ashtachandasana, the high lunge. Do what you need to do to find your way there. Center that knee. Bend your back knee towards the floor 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, coming down. And straighten. Turn the back toes in an angled position to the floor, warrior A. Check on the knee, spin the ribs, ground the pelvis. Focus on that moment today, just that, how that downward energy creates length. Reach up through your head, add arm reaching. The gathering of the energy, warrior pose. Let your hands come together for the last breath. Gather energy. Transition to warrior C. Take the time you need to find that foundation and maybe the lift, or work with the foundation. So the way the pose looks on the outside is not as important as the energetic intention of it. 4, one more breath. Come down slowly if you can. Sometimes it's a quick release, and that's important to use as well. All right, let that be. Aligned and relaxed. Please step to the left side of your mat in the center. And then step your feet wide out, toes turning towards the corners of your mat. Side lunging. Bend your right knee out towards your toes, and you can go past the ankle in this position and release all the way upright. Second side, explore, go low and press off, return to center. So there's a little glute engagement at center. All right, 4 more times, flow side to side. Maybe add that tap out if you like. Free breathing. Causing no harm. 4th one. Come to the 5th one and hold. So this is a great place to work and start, is to come onto this leg with your arms folded, loading this weight with leg with strength, and wait calmly. 1 more time, breathe out. And then we get 1 more press to come up to center, and then to the other side, trap your knee out towards your toes, lean over for 1. Jaw relaxed, sound of the breath. How does the breathing feel? The sense of touch. Breathing out again. Inhale, come up to center. And relax, breathing out. Wide spreading forward fold position. Wide parallel feet look down. The roots of the big toes. Grounding here. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Breathe out, tilt your pelvis forward. Some bodies need knee bending, so this is a place to come as the arms on the knees bent, long spine. Continue to reach out towards your ankles if you would like to go down further. Low belly draws up, head goes down, shoulders up. In this variation, elbows can go wide. Calming. Evening the weight into your feet. Exhale one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthening out and exhale. Inhale again, coming up. To the front of your mat for triangle pose. Pivot on that heel, toes to the front. You can adjust your back foot in a little bit, depending on your legs length. What is your legs length about? Reach your arms, inhale. Over and down with core awareness. Maybe that lower hand on the low belly, reminding you. And then support this pose with the hands below the knee. The other arm opens the heart as you reach out, gaze, side. Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. What can be softened? One more breath. Breath into the belly center to come up. Changing sides. Reaching your arms when you're ready. Letting your left hand come to your low belly as you come over, just to remember to work from there. And then bring that hand below your knee. Open across your arms, upward eyes. Spread feet. Soft eyes, forehead, jaw. One more time. The exhale naturally goes down into the low belly. Follow it there and come up with that awareness. And release, toes forward. Warrior V. Turn your front foot, bend your knee, arms reach out. Once you get to know the shapes, you can come in and then do a little refining. The one that represents sending energy where you want it to go. Relates to brahmacharya, not giving away more of your energy, not wasting it than you need to. Breathing out. Meditation to the second side. Warrior B. Lengthening your exhales, one more breath. Letting yourself release the arms first and then come out of the leg position to the top of your mat, finishing up standing practice with, you guessed it, extended big toe pose, preparations, etc. Step to a wall or furniture if you would like. Breathe out, mountain pose. Breathe in, reach your right leg forward. You may bend your knee or not. Hold your pelvis, stand tall. Float your leg. One more breath, lift a little bit higher. Spread your foot and lower. Shifting to the other side. Knee bent or straight. Point your toes. Only working with the leg where you can stay tall standing. One more breath, a little higher. And release, coming down. Keeping your hands at your pelvis, tilted forward. Knees may bend. Uttanasana, there it is. Extended pose is the name of this one. Keeping your fingers gently in your low belly. Bring your elbows towards each other. Head down. Using your hands to lengthen your spine. So again, the pelvis is going down towards the legs. The head's going the other direction. Getting space. Breathe out, 1, 4. Bend your knees, release your hands to the ground, step back to downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Lift your fingers and toes. Spread them back to the ground. 1 more breath. With the uplift in your low belly, step your left leg forward, outside your left arm. Doesn't have to be anywhere in particular. And then reach up with that left arm into a little bit of a twist. 5 breaths. Sneaky side plank. 1 more time. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side. Lunge forward with the toes turned out a bit with your right leg. And if possible, bring up the right arm. So you could start with both arms down. Whole body strong, press the earth with what's touching it. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog, feet as wide as your mat. Breathe out 1 more time. Coming to pigeon pose from here, or to your back in a figure 4 shape. Bringing your right knee up between your hands. Close your knee and bring your leg to the floor. So you're on the outside of your right lower leg and your right hip as you slide your left leg straight back, using your arms strongly for support. Causing no harm. You can add a little prop like a blanket underneath your hip, or you can go over and rest onto the hip. Coming out towards the ground with your chest to any degree, so you can stay more stacked over your pelvis or a little off to the side. Listen, make sure you don't cause any harm. Long neck. What can be softened? There's a forward fold element here, groundedness. Exhale 1 more time. Bring your hands under your chest, shoulder area to come back up to down dog with that leg lifting into the air, free movement. Getting some space in that hip joint. Reaching. 1 more breath. Both feet return. Second side, left knee coming forward or to the back of your body. Could stay on your back body. That's where you're practicing this today. Figure 4 instead of the pigeon. Working this side, meet it where it is. The closed knee hinge is the beginning place. Keeps the knee joint protected. Customized for your body. Settle into the forward fold of it. 2 more slow rounds. Last one. Downward facing dog. Keeping that leg lifted, free movement. Last one. Full breath with both feet on the ground. And then come and sit down. So bringing your weight into your arms, bring your knees down, cross your ankles, hands by your hips to help you pop over your feet, or however you would like to get there. But that's working on that jumping through idea. Arriving, tuck your chin, toes back, down Dhanurasana. Staff pose. Exhale. Lift your chin, point your toes, heart lift, possibly hips lift. Parvattanasana. So you can keep your hips down today or lift them up. Chin tuck or head back. Reach through your toes, squeeze your glutes. One more breath. Active glutes create the uplift. And release, coming down, letting that be. Bring your right knee in and out to the side. Janushirasana, 90 degrees working towards. It's okay if you're working towards. And then a turn to the straight leg, inhale. Exhale, tilt forward. So your knee might need to bend for that tilt to happen. Do what you need to do. Come out and down, knee head pose. So Janu, Shirsa, closer to each other, curious about each other. Exhale, 4th time. Inhale, lift and lengthen slightly. Exhale, lower and complete. Range of motion reached. Inhale, rise up. Changing sides, free breathing. Bring in your knee, create the foundation. Foot connects to the inner leg. Find your angle for today. Tall spine, face the front leg. Inhale. Exhale, tilt. Come on out and down. We connect the hands here. It's one of the bound poses. So connect to your foot, leg, or floor with your hands and just use that as an anchor to hold it all together. One more. Do that little leaping out finish. And release. You need to sit for a moment and then we'll lie down. Tuck back into easy seat, hopefully a little more easeful now in the body and the mind. Practicing alternate breathing with the deer gesture. So we fold down the index and middle fingers, just like in Vishnu. And then the pinky and ring. So just bring your ring finger behind your pinky and your thumb. So leave it, you have the 2 little antlers of the deer. And then you see a little better, maybe against the white background or against the black background. So turn it to face you. Lightly close the left side of your nose with one of your little antlers and breathe in the right side. Close the right, breathe out the left side. carry on back and forth, just nice and simple. Inhale one side and exhale the other. You can do this anytime. Yoga likes 3s, 5s, 8s, 12s, multiples of 108 as far as counting goes. You could choose your own favorite number. Going side to side one more time, finishing through the right side of your nose. Symbolically, the sun. Release your hand. Just give yourself a moment to look at it again. Try to remember it if you are interested in that. Dear. Relax your hand and breathe through both sides of your nose. Let that feel complete. Pranayama, one of the limbs of yoga. Needs to stop for that and just focus on it. Come on down. We've finished our asanas. Lie down. Maybe add your socks or your long sleeves. Have your cushionings. Beginning on your back with your knees bent, bridge pose, finding center, grounding, pause. And 5, breathing out, sink the low belly down and keep that tone as you come up to bridge pose. You can move your head if you need to. Find a nice uplift, maybe work your shoulders underneath your back a bit more, one at a time. Back of the skull presses into the ground, neck off the ground. 5. Stay for 8 breaths. So just one long hold today. 6. Don't hold back with your energy. 7, lift as high as you can. And 8, all the way in. So it feels positive, just that you found your range of motion. Slowly come down, let your shoulders ease out from under you, arms grounding. This is important and it is positive for your spine to gradually move through the bones. Low back lands, feel that landing and then feel it gently spring away as your pelvis comes down. Pause and feel. Supta Padangusthasana, the lying down big toe pose. Exhale. With your right thumb and first 2 fingers, reach inside your right leg for your big toe. If it's too far away, it's fine. You can just hold the back of your leg. Let your leg straighten out and bring it towards your face. The other leg has the option of sliding out or not. So just hold somewhere on your leg or foot, and this is like Hanuman's pose on your back. But with this assist of gravity to help us, we have no worries about balancing, and we can just find the reach of the legs. For one breath, bow in towards your leg, use your arms and your belly. Try to touch your nose to your knee. And releasing out. Bring your knee to your chest, hands Come to your shin to close that space. Ankle pump. Relax. Finish your breath. Knee down twist. Rolling towards the left side. So we've already got this knee up here. Lower it about halfway, maybe so it's around your navel level, and then roll towards your left side. Tuck your toes behind or bring them to the floor. Turn your head the other direction. Reach out your right arm. And let your left hand support your knee coming across. Just the right amount. Breathe deeply, belly relaxing. One more time, slowly release your breath. Returning back to bridge pose in the center. Shift. Check in, pause. And the other side, reclining big toe pose variations, bringing in the left leg. So you can reach for the big toe, or I'm demonstrating the woven fingers, thumbs wide behind your thigh. Maybe the other leg stretches out with the toes pointing. Thinking Hanuman's pose, where we are doing a split with our legs. It's really good for the health of our pelvis and low back. Helps keep that mobility in the pelvis. So we have motion, it's not a fixed structure. It has two sides. One more time. Adding that bow in. Release with a long spine and bend your knee. Switch your catch to the shin. Ankle pumps. Pre-breathing. Might even notice that you rest into some spaces between your breaths now. Knee down twist to the second side. You create the depth of each pose, including this one. Open away, settle in. Notice the energy centers that you are aware of here. The chest is stretching, so the heart center has some energy. Perhaps the space between your eyebrows. Maybe the sacrum. Where are you aware of energy in your body? Last breath out. Nice and slowly return to center, shifting spine and pelvis back to neutral. One foot at a time off the ground. Having freedom here for immersion practices like shoulder stand, or to bring your feet towards the sky, inverting the legs to happy baby pose. Holding behind your knees possibly, or your feet, ankles. Free movement, knees wide. Settle into stillness. Three, deep breathing twice more. And Shavasana, carefully releasing from that deep hip stretch and forward bend of those variations of legs up. Nice to bring one foot at a time down so as not to disturb the lower back as you stretch out onto the back for Shavasana practice. In our lifestyle, just simply lying back opens our front body. I hope you feel a nice sense of balance in the front and the back being open, the sides of the body feeling open. A few breaths just to let yourself consciously settle, arrange, and relax. Letting go of rhythmic breathing. So it becomes free breathing. The exhales may continue to lengthen. Inviting energy, reanimating yourself with some stretched inhales, movement, freedom. The arms along the ears, whether you're seated, standing, or lying down, gently brings energy, awakens. And then this transition to curling to one side, bringing in the knees and elbows, rolling over, calming. As you're ready, sitting up, sitting for a moment to feel complete little thunderbolt on folded knees or out to the side folded knees, whichever allows you to find your tall, relaxed spine. Settle, check in, observing energy. The gesture of calm reserves for later, stacking your fists. You can tap into these resources whenever you need them. Peace, peace, peace. Keeping a presence of peace in the world and light. Thank you so much. Glad you joined us, Steve.